Hi, it's Marco from Inspector Detector. The first thing I do when I walk into a home is I open the window blind, I test the electrical outlets to make sure that everything is operating. So I start when I get to a kitchen. You can test the outlet on its own, but the main way to test a GFCI breaker is to do it on the reset button. So now you can see the power's out, the little red light's there. Now you move across to the other outlets and make sure you test them too. Here's another GFCI. By testing the button, you should have no power on any of these outlets in the kitchen. You can use the tester here, however, the manufacturing specifications are that you test the button as well. So I always say, find the GFCI first, test it, and then test the outlets. There's nothing worse than putting this in, pressing the button here, you hear the GFCI pop and you can't find it. So rather find the GFCI first and then test the outlets. Once all the outlets are off in the kitchen, open the refrigerator, make sure there is power in the refrigerator. That should not be connected to an electrical GFCI. When I walk into the house, I go through, test the electrical outlets. I do all the blinds where the windows are. So if I find the outlet, I test the outlet at the bottom, make sure it's working. Get to the window where the blind is, lift the blind up. Lift them up slowly, use 2 hands. If you've got the string pull as well, always assist picking the blind up. There's nothing worse than pulling a blind up and the whole thing falls down and you spend 15 minutes trying to put it back in its place. So here's another electrical outlet. Test that out, open the window. The reason we open the blinds is you tend to see the windows better. Now that they're open the window, lift it up slightly, just tilt it, see if it's easy, push it down. I do right up if the windows are slightly stiff. The reason being, sometimes the windows are stiff, it could be something's wrong, there might be something wrong with the springs. By writing stiff, I just say, get the window serviced due to the windows not being used on a regular basis. There's dust in the windows. Get a licensed contractor to clean the windows. And that also protects you on a lot of things. I do look at the base where the window sills are to make sure there's no cracks and movements or gaps. If there are, there could be, like here you'd see a very slight one. I'm not too concerned about that. But sometimes you get much bigger cracks along the window frames. Just put it down as it needs to be sealed to prevent water or insect penetration. We have the fireplace over here. I test that on. I'm sure that's the button. I'm not sure, we'll find out. Here's another electrical outlet. So I test that. We'll have a look at the fireplace comes on. Again, you look, fireplace should come on. Sometimes takes a while. Test the outlet here. I always take a picture of the furniture in the home and I put it in the overview of the interior of the home due to the fact that you must have a statement and a limitation that you're not able to get to every single outlet. It's not required, but it's good that you get to every single outlet that you are able to get to. Now, when I complete the home, that's where I take pictures of everything in the home. So that's where I bring my camera. I have my findings. I take a picture on my tablet, which goes into my report. These are informational, and all you do is take pictures of all the corners, take one of the flooring, take one of the ceiling, and then take angle pictures. These are for if you have an incident, or sometimes they might phone you and say, oh, there's a big stain on the ceiling. You can go back to your pictures and pull them up and have a look and see whether they were there at the time of the inspection. Then also what I do is when I get to my windows, I take a whole picture of the window as well to make sure everything's good with the window. I get back to the windows, I bring the blinds down slowly, nicely. The reason I take a picture of the window is there's actually a guy mowing the lawn out there at the moment. You come, you finish the inspection, the guy with the mower comes along and shoots a stone, and Murphy's Law, it happens just as you leave. But at least you have evidence of the items you do. Your insurance, EO Insurance, also prefers if you do have some sort of pictures. I also do have a video camera that I sometimes use. A lot of inspectors put the body cam on, so instead of doing photos, they walk around the home and they record everything as they're doing the inspection. This doesn't take a lot of space to save. Your body cams will take up to 1 to 2 gigs to save. So if you've done like 400 inspections at the end of the year, you do end up with a lot of video footage that you need to store.